Hello everyone, my name is the Phawx. This is going to be my review on the GameSir GK300 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard. Thank you very much to GameSir for giving me this keyboard to review. The particular model I got is the white model, but it also comes in space gray. When it comes to wireless mechanical gaming keyboards, my first goal revolves around how well does this gaming keyboard work wirelessly. Quite often you'll hear that wired is always best, and for good reason. But obviously, there have been advances in wireless transmissions, and GameSir's answer to achieving 1 millisecond latency times is to couple both a 32-bit low-power ARM CPU, which connects to a Zinger USB dongle that uses a Texas Instruments CC2544 system-on-a-chip itself to complete the transfer. I.e., there are two dedicated systems whose sole purpose in life is to send and receive transmissions in the quest to have near-instant response. Does it achieve these goals? Yes. Objectively, I've measured the latency between keyboard presses does successfully reach 1 millisecond. So what GameSir puts on the packaging does represent reality. However, what happens if we remove the dongle from the equation and rely on Bluetooth itself? When in this mode, the Cortex M0 SoC on the keyboard has to handle everything itself. GameSir themselves list the polling rate at 125 Hz or 8 milliseconds. However, I've been able to achieve 6 milliseconds when testing. So I've independently found that GameSir is being a bit conservative with this rating, as it will largely depend on what type of Bluetooth connection you have. But suffice to say, if you have better Bluetooth gear, you can obviously still get great response times. Before I start talking about the mechanical switches on the keyboard, I'd first like to address some of the other features that are present, such as the 10-key rollover anti-ghosting. In this particular instance, the 10-key rollover exclusively applies when using the dongle. When using Bluetooth, it's more like 6+ key rollover. I say 6+ key because while you can only have 6 key registered at one time on Bluetooth, you can also hit super keys like Alt and Control and have them be registered at the same time. Just know that while Bluetooth is still fine, it's still obviously recommended to use the dongle. Next, I wanted to talk about the different lighting options available, and mostly I'm a fan of the different presets GameSir have pre-programmed onto the keyboard. My personal favorite is the keyboard trail, as if you're leaving footprints behind, with a close second to all keys illuminated. There is also a breathing light preset, as well as 2 different gaming-oriented illuminations. To top it off, there are 5 different brightness levels, as well as completely off. For those that are wondering, there doesn't appear to be any way to customize this yourself through any type of software, so this is the only presets that come, and that's the only ones that you're going to get. When talking about battery life, I've yet to go through a full charge on my keyboard yet, but GameSir claims 30 hours when keys are on with full brightness and 300 hours with brightness off. Obviously, this is use time, not while it's sleeping. I know that lithium versus AA batteries is a bit divisive. I personally use rechargeable AA's, so I would have preferred that option, as when the lithium batteries on this keyboard go, I'll most likely have to junk it. Or I could try to open it up and repair it, but they're probably soldered together and I don't want to even bother with that. Granted, by the time I need to throw away the keyboard, it most likely won't be because the batteries aren't working anymore. Now for the part I think a few people wanted to find out. The mechanical switches. The GK300 uses TTC red switches, which are, in my opinion, quite pleasant to type on, and I found it quite enjoyable to use for days straight. Additionally, they aren't very loud, quite like the Cherry MX Blues. Coming up is a straight typing test. Just a heads up, I learned to type organically through just using computers, and I never actually went to typing class. And that's the end of my review. Ultimately, I'm a big fan of the GK300, and I find it immensely easy to recommend. In fact, I like it so much that I'm going to be selling my Logitech G613 wireless mechanical, as I much prefer the GameSir GK300. If you found this review helpful and want to purchase this keyboard, GameSir have helpfully supplied me with a coupon code that you guys can use to take $5 off your order, dropping the price down to $65. Just enter the Phawx into the discount field when checking out, and the coupon code will be applied. As always, thank you for your time, and thanks for watching.